Right. Hello everyone, we are
The Knitters Are Here.
And today we are here in Lexington, Kentucky, y'all. Maybe we should have said, y'all, we are the Knitters Are Here. I don't know.
We are the Knitters
Back
Are
in
Here,
my
y'all.
home state of the bluegrass, and we traveled down here to have our own little knitting retreat. We've been really wanting to have some time, just the four of us, to just jammies, movies, knitting, lots of laughs, and we saw this and we thought we'd give it a try.
And might as well combine it with Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky, yes, that's right. So it's like, what do they say? A lot of the coffee mugs down here, it says may contain bourbon. Like, I guess there's some that say may contain wine or whatever. But we came down to the Lexington Sheep and Fiber Festival in Masterson Station, right outside of Lexington. And we're staying not too far away from, well, I guess we're considered in the historic district here. So there's some really cool old brick homes that are in the process of remodeling. And so, so episode 38, I don't know if I mentioned
Okay,
it.
38.
And we kind of noticed in our past episodes, we tend to talk a lot about the weather. So we're just gonna say it's nice right now and move right into what we did. So, a little bit about the Fiber Festival. If you are a local to us kind of person, it's a bit smaller than Great Lakes, but bigger than Newark. So, which is Mid-Ohio Fiber Festival. Maybe bigger than Wild and Woolly. Would you say 3 times the size of Wild and Woolly? I mean, this year Wild and Woolly was big.
I was gonna say,
So twice,
maybe
maybe.
twice as big.
Twice as big.
Not 3 times as big.
Yeah.
So we got to see a couple of our favorites. Laura, Created Free by Laura, was there. Yarn Birds and Fiber Seed.
Fiber Seed was the one I was thinking of.
So Allegheny.
Yes.
There were
They
some,
did have a lot of alpacas and
yeah.
Yes. We did
goats
go
and
look at
things
the
there.
animals. Yep.
A lot
There
of
was a-
spinning.
there was a lot of fiber.
Yeah, so
for
if you're a
spinning there.
spinner weaver, this is a great festival for you
A
also.
lot of needle felting.
Yeah. And also, I ran into family. Totally surprised. I was at a booth. I found some yarn that I wanted and rounded the corner, and there's my Aunt Donna who watches us. So hi, Aunt Donna.
Enjoy meeting you.
Yes, so that was so fun. But, you know, needless to say, none of us are felters. Well, I tried to spin, but we found yarn to buy and other acquisitions. We're probably going to start on this end because it's a little acquisition heavy down at that end. Don't hang your head, raise it. You're proud of your purchases.
Yeah.
Just don't tell her husband. Shh. Luckily, he doesn't watch us.
Nope.
And we usually film at her house, so he won't know. So that works out just fine.
Yes.
So part of her acquisitions came from other travels.
Yes.
Yes.
So I did not bring any current finished objects because I didn't have room in my bags. So we'll
Neither
share
did I.
those on the next one.
What did you finish?
I have finished 2 hats, and I finished, I did a test knit on a vest, and I've got a pair of socks, and I have one Sophie scarf. I don't know if I had this Sophie scarf the last time. This is just the 80s radio by Chelsea Lux, and it goes with everything, so I wear it, keep it with me everywhere. So those, I guess, are finished objects-ish. But as for purchases, I'm just gonna grab these 3, because I think that's all that I got. I did get a sticker. But, pen. In our family, we've got a new grandbaby coming. Yay, little girl. So I picked up some of this super cute worsted called Hot to Trot. It was the colorway for the Fiber Festival. So that's gonna be a baby cardigan. And then, whoops, where am I going? Right here. So this is just some maroon yarn from Knitting Notions. And then, Allison, you're gonna have to help me with this because I have no idea what it's made out of. It was just
It
a
is
great
all-
price point.
It's all alpaca from Ecuador,
Yeah.
from Jehovah Jireh.
Okay, that's who it's from. Yes, so I got, it's a bulky, so Aaron to bulky, and just nice heavy white cardigan is what this is gonna become. And that's it. Now it's your turn.
So what is that? Knitting Notions?
Yes.
that we go to every time we see them, and I always touch the same 2 yarns.
And it's
every
merino
time.
and bamboo too. Uber soft.
Bamboo. So I picked up 2 skeins to do the rocket tee. So I don't remember what this is called. Sea coral
It's
and marigold.
so this will be a finished object soon.
Yeah, not soon. Add it to the list, right, of things to do. And then I picked up from a felter. So who is it? Julie's Fiber Creations.
She had a dragon, but that's not what she got. The dragon was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little felted mushroom. It's so cute.
So you're gonna put that where?
I gotta put this in my office so I can stare at it all day.
What?
With the little mouse.
Yeah, you picked that up at Pittsburgh, right?
Yes. Isn't it cute? Look. Yep.
Oh
So
gosh.
that's all I got. That was it.
The way she's
So-
excited, you'd think it was a real mushroom.
So, did you have any finished objects?
No.
Any whips? Oh wait, you didn't
We
do
didn't do
whips.
it.
Okay.
We just did
So,
acquisitions.
Yeah.
I actually have, did I bring it in here? Oh, there it is. Excuse me.
I'll get it.
I actually have a finished object.
Yay!
that
Just
I
in time for
actually
Christmas
had-
in July to do a cast on.
I had it when we went to around the table, but I didn't show it because this is my New Year's Eve cast on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shrug, but I still haven't, even though it's been finished.
You
I
totally could
haven't.
have worn that today, you
Yes,
know.
you
It was
could have.
chilly.
Yeah.
Oh, no weather.
weather.
No weather. Whether the weather be cold, whether the weather be hot. Well, whether the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Back to Crystal. Adorable.
It is.
I need to, even though it's an acrylic, I need to block it because this wants to
It does
tuck
want to roll.
under, roll.
Yeah.
It's a ribbing, a border of 4 stitches, and I'm wondering if I did it again, if I would maybe make it 6,
Yeah.
so that it would be
Yeah,
less likely
thicker.
to roll.
Or ribbed, maybe.
Or
I don't know,
ribbed,
can you
yeah.
do ribbed?
Yeah, garter stitch.
It's a,
Oh, yeah.
it's a I think it's a
Oh,
garter.
it is a
It
garter
is a garter
stitch.
stitch.
Oh,
So. I'm
so
not
I
quite
think you have to
sure.
do it
longer.
just
Wider.
wider.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's.
But I love the
cool.
color palette.
Yeah, and this is a
Seder,
self-striping.
Sidar.
Serger.
I don't know.
Was it worsted weight?
Yes, I believe it is. But yeah, so it's fun. So
When I complain about having too much stash, I'll have to do something like that. Because I really like it. I think I'd make mine a little
Yeah.
Darn, because when
Well,
she has
and
too
the-
much stash, we get it.
and the original pattern calls for like 8 or 9 colors, and I just did it
Oh, that's
with
great.
one color with one,
Self-striping.
with the self-striping instead. So yes, it's totally a stash buster.
So those of us who did stripes with different colors, we had ends. How many ends did you have? Like 4.
And not like that sweater I made that had 9 billion ends.
No, so she's got.
So what's your acquisition?
So my acquisitions,
Oh, I forgot.
I acquired prior to the show today. I have liked these twice sheared sheep things with the tins with the stitch markers, or I really like the so I really like these twice sheared sheep row counters, and I've shown them to you before, and they have this lovely tin. So of course they had some kind of special thing on Facebook for I don't even know what, and so I got a new one, and it's turtles, too cute. And I got a couple of the row counters. This one has a fairy. I think I got that one for free because I spent too much money. And this one has an alpaca. And then they had these cute, adorable little scissors.
I should have seen that special. I got one for Jean. I didn't see it.
And then I also got these little stitch markers that look like the melody clips, which I like to use I'll show you.
That's like a trope clip.
Oh,
I like to use these to mark different sections that I'm working on. So it comes in really handy to have multiple ones with multiple colors.
Oh, I've never seen the little melody clips.
Yeah, that's what I use to like
That's so
mark
you
my
could-
tens.
Yeah.
Or my repeats. My repeats is what I'll use it for. And then today, I have a little ginger kitty cat, and he is just ornery as all get out. But this looks so much like him. And this is Allegheny bags. And her new large bag has the divider like the other ones have had, but it has a pocket in the divider.
Oh.
And I really enjoy her bags, so this was really cool. And last time when we were at Around the Table Yarns, my little guy was turning 2, and I had bought an alpaca teddy bear at one of our trips, and he was trying to get it. He loved it, he wanted it badly, and I had to hide it more than once. And I had to put it up on the mantle, and you can see him every once in a while. He'll notice it, and you could see in the little bubble over his head where he's calculating how to get it.
Because he's a physics major. Yeah.
Yes, because he's just a physics major.
That's what cats do.
So I found an alpaca pom-pom at Around the Table Yarns, and I took it home to him for his birthday. And when I laid it on the couch beside him, the noise that came out of him was he was either purring so hard that it was like very loud, or he was growling. And he absolutely loved it, and he carried it around and played with it and threw it up. It's
His little
hysterical.
dead animal.
It's absolutely hysterical. He loves his paca. So,
Paca.
yes, his paca. Mhm. So that was another acquisition that I have that I don't have with me because I don't think he would let me take it from him.
And I forgot about another acquisition that we got last night from
Oh, yeah.
our
Yes,
dear friend
mine's in the
Allison.
bag.
We have this nice little box. Well, come up because there's goodies inside too. So I'll let her tell you about where she got these from when it comes to her.
I think they can get
Super cute. Let's see, sheep, a tartan. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, we're getting maybe that.
You can tap the screen.
Tap the screen again.
But you have to actually tap the screen on the image. that
Okay,
you're trying to-
there it is, but it's picking up on your faces. So tartan tape measure and super sweet little cottage.
a wee hussy.
Say it again.
It's a wee hussy.
A wee hussy. A wee huss.
What she said. So, yeah. Sheep love to guard your treasures. So all of our treasures are locked up inside here.
Or a
So,
wee button bed.
Yes, okay.
so where did you get these adorable little tins, Miss Allison?
Oh, different places. So the tins are from Tobermory on the Isle of Mull.
She went to, where did you
I
go?
went to Scotland. The tape measure is from Glasgow. Well, kind of Glasgow. It's along a garden center along the Clyde Valley. And the other little house thing was from a little self-pay thing on the Isle of Gia.
Yay!
So,
All right, so the rest of this program is brought to you by Allison.
Please get your knitting out
so I
and your
also,
drinky drink.
I also did Sophie scarves, but they were distributed to various cousins in Scotland as part of the gift for going over there, as well as twice-sheared sheep knit counter for my cousin Jean, and a bag from Around the Table for my cousin Jean, who is also a knitter. So in this trip to Scotland, it was my cousin's milestone birthday, so we with some other people went on a cruise of the Western Isles of Scotland. So it was nice to be a tourist instead of just visiting family there. So it was great.
Yeah. So what did you get while you were there?
Well, I was gonna do whips first. Is that okay? Or are we
You-
doing those later?
we're knitting while we watch you entertain us with all your purchases.
We haven't
Okay.
done whips yet.
Okay. All right. So, this is kind of embarrassing.
No, you're with people who understand.
That's true. So, the first one, that's okay, is actually, almost got the iced tea.
Almost got the
This is somebody's hand-spun natural wool from the Isle of Lewis at a little croft village called Kershatter, which happens to be where my great-great-grandmother was born. So that's why I bought that. But it was price prohibitive to get a sweater's quantity for that. But I thought it would make a nice hat.
Souvenir yarn.
And yeah.
Which one do you need? Blue?
Oh, here it is. The Isle of Iona, where the Iona Abbey is, the Book of Kells is written, and all kinds of history. There's this lamb's wool that I got that I thought, oh, that would go really well with that off-white. And then I found this as well from Tobermory, and I thought that would blend everything together. So.
Well, and then is this blue also part of that?
Here in her lap.
Oh, yes, thank you. Also from the Isle of Iona is a single origin Iona wool. It's a DK, and I got
What's a single origin mean? Just out of curiosity.
a single type of sheep.
Oh, okay.
So
From
not a blend
not
of
a
multiple
blend of
sheep.
Right.
Okay.
It's kind of like single malt.
Yeah.
And this is a DK weight in a lovely color, and I did get a sweater quantity of this.
Of course. Why not?
And this is West Yorkshire Spinners Blue-Faced Leicester. It's called Fleece. It's a DK weight, and I got this in a lovely little yarn shop in Straven, which is on the mainland. And I plan on doing kind of an Aran weight, Aran type sweater in that. This is Wendy's wool Aran weight, a true Aran weight. And I did get a sweater quantity of this as well. I always thought Wendy was not a great quality wool, but I was discouraged from that opinion by the shop owner in Stornoway, so that's where I got it.
And that wool smells amazing. It is
Right,
the best
sticking your
sheep
face right on the
smell
sheep.
ever. Because we smelled some fun sheep today, because it was a little, no, not mentioning weather, but it was moist. And
Because
there
moist
was,
is a better word.
Moist is a much better word than rain.
No, not moist.
those
Oh,
sheep
my
did not
goodness.
smell good.
So I
today-
told myself I wasn't going to buy anything today because of all my Scottish wool, but that didn't happen. So
Your Scottish wool butt. You have a Scottish wool butt?
So from Jehovah Jireh Farm and Fibers, they actually travel to Ecuador and get the Ecuadorian Highland llama wool, spin it, and this was $10 a skein for worsted weight 400 yards.
Did you only get one?
Oh gosh.
No, I got 5, so that's another sweater quantity. Okay, oops, that's what I also got a fluffy little alpaca thing for my cat Lefty, so he'll hopefully forgive me for leaving the day after I got home from Scotland for this trip.
Yeah.
And then I've been looking for a marled yarn forever, and I found this lovely marled yarn with 3 colors from Bernard Family Farms of Bonnie, Illinois.
And it's 3 colors. That's the thing that blows my mind.
Yes.
So pretty.
So,
I'm gonna have to take a closer
and I bought another little animal for my herd, which has apparently gotten lost in the B&B here. So,
He's got the cutest cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable.
yep.
So,
Yeah, it does have.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then after the Fiber Festival, we were just so excited. We all piled in the car to drive over to Frankfurt to visit the Woolery, and we realized that this yarn place
halfway there.
is only open on Fridays. Now, granted, some of the folks were at the Fiber Festival giving classes and such like that. So it looks really interesting, so maybe we'll have to venture down here sometime on
like
a
it.
Friday.
Very nice.
We would have known, maybe we would have gotten over there yesterday, but we did not.
We did not.
Well, we did hit another yarn shop yesterday.
Yes, so that
On our way
was-
down here.
Would you like to share where that is? Covington, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's there.
The Stitch Yarn. The Stitch Yarn Studio, and they are a Rowan flagship shop. So they have a lot of Rowan, needless to say. Great shop, beautiful not location, but just the way they have the store set up is really pretty. Nice knitting area.
So they will drop ship Rowan because they are a flagship. And I was surprised to find the West
Yorkshire. Yeah.
Yorkshire spinnery like the one I just got in Scotland. So
So,
good stuff.
A nice shop, yes.
so we're just gonna hang out here tonight, watch
Well, what
some
you working on?
movies. Oh,
Right, I
whips,
don't know.
whips, whips.
Are we doing that?
Why not? Yeah, they're there.
Absolutely. All right. I don't know where that voice came from, but here we go. Because, you know, we're in Kentucky and that sounded a little Jersey-ish. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If like, no
Moving
offense,
on.
hopefully. Okay, Wave Break. That is what I'm working on. It's black and white. No, it is by Yeon Knits.
It looks like her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had picked up some fiber from, let me think here, McMullen Fiber. She had a sweater quantity sale. So this is called Chantilly Lace or Chantilly Cream. And then this bottom is also McMullen Fiber and it's called Rebel. So it's this nice little fade with some little rippley patterns, hence Wave Break title.
Really cute.
And
Yeah.
the other whip I'm working on, I am doing the, I always get them wrong. Is it Turkish or Tunisian? Church Mouse Yarns, Turkish bed socks, because I love these things. They work really well with
Slip-ons.
slip-on mules. I wear the Dansko kind of shoes for school, and these make really nice, there is a picture, oh, right here. They make a really nice sock if that's what you're wearing. So I'm trying to stash bust while I buy more stash. So I'm trying. That's it for me right now.
Whips. So I'm stash busting and just making a bunch of stocking hats, right? So just a generic slouchy hat.
In a lovely color.
Yeah, I don't even know, some kind of weird blue. I
For
couldn't-
knitting.
Yeah, it's the kind of knitting where you don't have to stare at it.
What's in the two?
Nothing.
Okay.
And then, because summer is coming, I'm knitting, give bless you, a t-shirt. So I started this in March, and I can't really, so a little t-shirt, rolled hem, interesting shoulder construction. But this is, how did you say it?
Sibelia?
Sure, but it's by Isabel Kramer. And you can do it in a t-shirt version, long sleeve version, stripes, no stripes, so I opted for no stripes. And I'm using up stash. So this yarn is from Fangirl Fibers. And it's a yarn that we got when we were in Pittsburgh. And I couldn't for the life of you tell me what the name is.
Was that from the 29 Bridges?
No,
No, Fangirl.
Oh,
Fangirl
Fangirl.
Fibers.
Fangirl, yeah.
And that's all I got.
Okay, so I have my basic, slouchy hat with just, every once in a while I put one of these on the needle so that I have something to work on and can donate. So I have another one at home that I finished. And then I am working on, I'm reworking on, because I started it a while ago and finally decided to pick it up again. Rocket tee, except I'm not doing the mohair and I'm not doing the stripes. So, I'm doing rocket tee.
We do funny voices this time.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, we're all doing it.
Y'all knock it off.
So don't fall off there. I'm this far.
So
I've been working on it
Wait,
for.
so the rocket tee starts
At the-
back and forth?
yeah. That's
It
how it's
doesn't
gonna be.
start in the round or anything?
No.
It's a fun construction.
It's,
But I don't
But it's a
understand.
lot of knits and pearls.
I don't
at the beginning.
understand.
so, from what I hear,
I can't stop yawning.
from what I can figure out, and I don't know because I've never done this, but I figure I have backup. You do the back yoke first, and then, except it's probably upside down.
Oh, because it's a V-neck.
Because
It
it's
is
a
upside
V-neck, yeah.
Yes.
So you do the back first until you get to the point where you would join it in the round, and then you start on the front and work it to the point that you join in the round, then you join in the round and do the rest. I have read the directions for the front and they make absolutely no sense to me, but I'm gonna trust the pattern
Yes,
because other
it
people
does
have done it and I'm sure that it works. I just don't understand it, and I won't until I do it. So
Good job.
it is what it is. And if I get, you know, in a bind, I know somebody who's done one. So,
And two,
well, bless you.
Allison did one, but she
Did you
changed
do
the
one?
side detail
Oh, okay.
and she changed the neck.
Right, okay, so, but the basic
I did one
instruction
to
is
the
there.
pattern.
So,
And this is what I plan on making those two, that pink and the
Yes.
mustard.
right, and this yarn is something I got in Mount Vernon. It's Sistari.
Yes.
Sistari Sheep and Wool Company.
So pretty.
I like
Church-
Sistari, yeah.
Churchville, Virginia, and I got this in Mount Vernon. It's their Monticello. It's cotton and flax and forget-me-not
Oh,
blue.
I forgot that was cotton and flax.
Yeah, so, you know, hopefully it'll be
Yeah.
really fun.
Okay.
It's knitting up nicely, so
You set?
I'm set.
Okay.
Now, stay tuned for the Allison show again.
It's not that
What
bad.
kind of theme music would you like?
What was that song?
So-
You said was for your ambition?
I did, well, I started the Anna T. And this is actually the second iteration because the first one came out too big. And then I decided I wanted to lower the neck too. So it looks a little strange. It's
deep neck.
It's got this kind of saddle-ish shoulder here, and it's just a little t-shirt, but I don't like it
Now
because I think the saddle is too big. So I'm gonna rip it out and do something else.
in the saddle again.
You guys are awful. What I'm working on, oh, and that was lamb's wool and cotton from around the table. Then now I'm working on the Johnny, or Joni, and this is in Sheepy's Metropolis, and it's done from the top down. It's done in the round, but I'm so much faster on straight needles that I'm doing it front and back. So this is the lace pattern on the front, obviously. So I'm really liking the way that came out. And this wool is merino with nylon. I wanted something simple to knit on my trip to Scotland so that I could pay attention to the conversation. So this is the Timelines tee, but done
Yeah.
in the
Amazing.
Earth Yarns mercerized cotton. And it's kind of interesting, it came out very symmetric on the back, but asymmetric on the front.
Ball band.
And this is actually the second iteration because the first one was too big.
Love how that's striped.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
really
stripes are
really
amazing.
love the colors
and
on that.
The contrast between how it's striped up in the back versus how it's striped up in the front because of the V.
But yet it's symmetric,
Yeah.
but the colors are
Yeah, 'cause
changed.
it flashes with the green in the back, but the blue in the front.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
interesting.
gravity must be extremely heavy where Alice is standing because everything is just falling. She's leaving a trail.
And the little ball.
So as far as leaving a trail, we flew to Scotland through the Amsterdam airport,
This is the sad part of the programming.
where I was apparently pickpocketed, and from my iPhone wallet, which had my iPhone, obviously, my credit card, my cash,
driver's license.
medical cards.
insurances.
Yeah, so that,
They're in Peru.
At the very beginning of her trip, she
Yes.
got pickpocketed.
so hadn't even made it to Glasgow yet. And when I checked a day later, my phone was in Peru. So, but
Find
It
my
didn't-
iPhone, and you can, when you do the Find Your iPhone app, you can wipe the phone so that nobody can try to access, you know, if they somehow figure out your password or whatever, they can't get any of your information. It's still stored in the cloud, so when you get a new one, you just will sync it to the cloud and get the new
Or
information.
training session.
But it is for your safety and for the sake of all your passwords and, you know,
Yeah.
everything else. On that Find Your iPhone feature, you can wipe it, and Google or Samsung or Android has the same
they have the
thing.
same thing. And it was on airplane mode, so I couldn't find it right away in the airport because the Wi-Fi was really screwy, and that's why it was the next day I found out it was in Peru.
But she still had fun.
And my husband had a different credit card, so it's okay.
So tip of the day, make sure you have Find My Phone, whether it's Samsung or Android or Apple. And definitely if you're international traveling, have 2 different credit cards, so if that happens.
If you're
I think-
with a couple, or 2 people.
I think the
traveling.
app for Apple now has changed the name to Find My, since it's not all
and
phones
for all
anymore.
your Apple devices.
Yeah.
And there was something. Oh, and keep your passport separate from everything else,
Yes.
which she did, thankfully.
And buy lots of yarn.
Yes,
Buy lots of
because
yarn.
it makes the anger go away for a while.
It's good therapy.
Yep.
Good therapy.
You know.
So,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
anything else, ladies? We were looking at our calendars
Oh.
today.
I forgot to echo.
Oh.
You may have seen me wearing this when we interviewed at Around the Table. This is the Snorlik V, and done on a size 9 needle, so it goes very fast. Although I do wish I had knit into the back of the yarn over so that I didn't have all these huge holes in my my lace work. But other than that, I love the pattern. I love the wool, which came from Designing Woman. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna collaborate and decide on what we're doing next, but I think the next time we meet is just gonna be for some easy breezy knitting.
Yeah. So maybe next podcast might be July. So look for us midsummer. Nothing else happening really. I don't know when this is going to go up, but Great Lakes Fiber Festival in Worcester, Ohio is next weekend. But
That's late, Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
We may or may not be there.
We're not sure what we're gonna do.
not
But
sure.
yeah, I think I've spent enough money, so I'm not even gonna tempt
You
myself.
think? Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I don't know, Cheryl was up there. We ran into Cheryl here where she is part of the 2 Pearls and Cheryl and Becky. And she might be going down, so I might slip over and see her for a little bit.
Cool.
So
Sounds
hopefully-
good.
Oh, she's going with a booth or a?
No,
just a-
she's just gonna walk around. But
Okay.
she's bringing her bike down, so maybe I'll ride over and we'll see her.
Yep.
So,
Very cool.
other than that, happy knitting
Happy
and
knitting.
have a nice Memorial Day weekend,
And
beginning
a great
of
start to your summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
those folks ending their school year, hope it was a good one. So we'll sign off.
All
All
right.
right. Bye. Princess Leia.
You do
buttons.
look like you have Princess
I
Leia.
know, because if I do this and this, but here.
Oh no,
Princess
it
Leia
has to
buns.
stay there. You need to have it.